I'm Omri. I got Kid Dracula working the way I wanted to, kind of. Sort of. This is the original one in color. The better one. Alright, wake up. There he is. He's making good use of his new palette. I think this is... Oh, no, it's that. It's much more high intensity than the Game Boy one. I'll put it... Nope, these are... New. Not new, these are the same. Okay, I can crouch, I can... I don't know if I can bat yet. Oh my god, those things! I didn't realize they were just gonna dive bomb me like that. Like I knew they were, but not to that extent. This is much more hazardous, this world full of colors. I can make him slightly angry. I don't know if that... I could probably just jump that. I'm assuming it will tell me when I have bat powers. I see. There is some graphic thingies, but I feel like that's kind of expected at this point. Luckily, it's mostly at the bottom of the screen. And I can conveniently crop that part out. Everything else, though, I have no answer. Oh! Is that... What is that? What? I don't... Is that... The Fleeman? Maybe? Possibly? If I had full health, would that have given me another heart? Does he also get really happy? He does! But yeah, I kind of started this as a joke, and then people responded very positively to it. So, you know what I'm doing? I'm going through it. Going through the whole thing. Even though I did get Castlevania 2 to work. But we're gonna wait for that now. There's more important things. No, the other one respawned. I think I just have to be brave. There we go. They really didn't go too hard on the Game Boy one. Do I jump on? What is... That's not how that's supposed to look, but that's okay. And I'm assuming there's a... Those bats are deadly. And unavoidable. I'm trying to think... This world feels more threatening than actual Castlevania. Oh! Oh! I didn't know they would fall. I was gonna say... I guess the castle's just built wrong. Oops. They built it with the platforms not attached to anything. And considering they built it for a child, that kind of makes sense. I like it built a little playground. Just don't look at it too hard. But I mean, you're gonna have to look at it again because I missed. Thing responds fast. I don't even think the original enemies of Castlevania respond that quickly. There we go. Okay, we're off. I do... I wish he had more color to his design, but he's kind of giving me like original Kirby vibes. How like Kirby was white or black and white at the. I don't know. My timing is off on those. I don't know what to do about that. Made him cry. Whoa! Rage just tried to like, juggle me, or was that just another graphical glitch? It is fan translated, so which may have not been entirely necessary. I'm thinking because it's not a dialogue-heavy game. There we go. Okay. Just don't look at the edges of the screen and you'll be fine. But it's only when I'm outside. I guess when the background changes... Ah, I forgot that you were here. You look more pointy than I remember you being. Oh, that's not a great symbol. That's kind of awkward. I mean, I get it. It's like a... I get what it's trying to be. And I forgot that that existed. So I panicked for a second. And I thought Kid Dracula was fighting Nazis. Which would have been a very original take for the game, I think. I can also see why they rounded out the edge of the hood a little bit, because they look like enemies. They look like things that should be killed. I'll say that. Maybe that's all they needed to check. Why can't he be hit by those? I can't even get to the KKK Nazis. It's one of those things. I was actually thinking about this the other day, how like translation like messes things up and like localization has to change things, and sometimes it's stupid, like, you know, like the donut, or what is it donuts? I think they call it like rice balls donuts because they didn't want the poor white kids to get confused by their Pokemon cartoon. But like, I could see why they would have changed that. Yeah, there's a lot. There's just like, if I had to pick, like, if I had to like depict, like, make a problematic video game monster, like, I mean, it probably looked like that, and I could see why that didn't carry over to the remake. Maybe that's why it never got translated. But I do think it would have been good for kids to see that Kid Dracula is against Nazis and against the KKK. I think that there's a stance that we don't take often enough. I think Kid Dracula is the one we need to lead us in this new direction for a better society. The Frankensteins look like it has a bow on it. It's also really fascinating how much that sort of kind of derailed my whole vibe once I put those visual cues together. It is just a bunch of pixels, but it's not just a bunch of pixels. Just like, this isn't a pipe, it's a picture of a pipe. It's one of those weird things. And it's really late, so I can't really formulate a full articulate point. But yeah. There's some times where I see localization and be like, it's stupid that you changed that. or like they got rid of like the biggest examples I was growing up were like slightly gay relationships, and like that's dumb. Don't get rid of that. But yeah, I can, like, if you showed me like a sprite sheet of the game and I saw that, that's like all I would talk about. Like the rest of the game would be irrelevant. But like, are you sure we want to put this in the game? Especially the like first boss that your kids are definitely gonna find. And my argument, as stated previously, is that, well, it's the bad guy. You're supposed to beat him up. So it's a positive message, I think. But then there's people who are like, I don't want politics in my video games. I want Kid Dracula to be apolitical. And I'm like, I mean, that's like asking for Captain America to be apolitical. Look at him. You could tell what he stands for just by seeing his face. The Kid Dracula has always been a controversial figure. And I respect him for that. And I died again. I think it's a game over again. It is. I do wonder what will happen to this video. Doesn't YouTube have like flags for this kind of stuff? The Nazis were bad, and the KKK are also bad. I'm taking that stance. I am on Kid Dracula's side. It really paints a weird picture of Simon, doesn't it? I'm sure in the manual they explain what those things... I think there's... because that's the Buddhist symbol. And they like have sheets over them, so I'm thinking it's like a kid's idea of what a ghost is. Which is like mildly offensive, but I'll forgive it. I'm also somehow better at Castlevania than I am at Kid Dracula, and I don't know what that says about me. But I'm guessing they're ghosts? But from what very little I know about Buddhism, aren't there not ghosts? Like, isn't that the kind of the point? Like, you just get reborn? You see, this is what happens when you localize things wrong. American children grow up with no knowledge of other cultures. And thus we have me trying to figure out what's the symbolic meaning of the first boss in Kid Dracula for NES. This one didn't even have a story, he just kind of woke up. Which I think is more relatable. What time do you think this takes place? I mean, Castlevania's not a modern thing. Like, Simon's not walking around with an iPhone. It's like, what time did that take place? And also, what time did this take place? Because Dracula's a little baby. And he's like immortal or something. And he's old. How did he age if he's immortal? I'm asking really big questions this episode, and I hope your guys are prepared for these meaningful discussions, but I've always wondered that, like why does an immortal being go through puberty? Like, this is like a 6-year-old boy Dracula. But when does he become, like, the creepy 40-year-old Dracula monster thing? I really thought I could outrun it. I haven't been able to do that successfully, but I thought I could. Yeah, but it's kind of funny to think about that, like, I do play mostly old games, like, so it's kind of unavoidable. Like, this was gonna happen eventually, regardless of, like, how hard I try to avoid it. But it's very strange to me that my first instance of this is Kid Dracula. I didn't know she could... I also don't know why I said she. It's something about the angle of the eyes. And maybe that's just my problematic self. Because I also have angled eyes. I guess I assumed because the kid was crying they'd send the mom in. But I guess it makes more sense for it to be the dad. I don't know, I have so many questions about this world. Like, there are Nazis in Castlevania. Does that affect the story at all? Like, it's kind of a joke, but kind of a real question. What am I thinking? I'm thinking of Helsing. I'm sorry. I was thinking, like, doesn't Alucard fight Nazis? No, that's Helsing. That's a different vampire. Darn it! But I'm on a rageous message now. I can't stop. I probably should work on getting here without losing so much health. But I could also work on dodging their attacks more. I could also work on being better. I think that's just true for all of us. And that moon is just sleeping peacefully, unaware of the sins that are happening down on Earth. I'll ask an even more uncomfortable question. Because of their triangle hoods. Can you be racist toward a vampire? Okay, so I was thinking about this. We have the kingdom, phylum, class, something with an O, I think. Family, genus, species. Okay, yeah. And there's humans, right? But that's down to the species. It doesn't get smaller than that, right? But where would vampires be in the taxonomy? Because they wouldn't be the same race as humans. So would it be racist to hate them? I feel like that's actually more in line with the lore that I know about actual Dracula stories. Which isn't a lot, but I know they're not treated very well by people, which is fair. Fair in some respects. I can't tell if I'm hitting her or not. Ooh, okay, that one will stand racism. I got a homing attack! That's not what a homing attack does. Please choose a can. Please choose a path below. I don't know which one's. Watery is probably best, so that's. So I want to. Here. What the? You lied to me. You tricked me. I got a can. Choose a color. This game's going in all different directions. Win extra lives. Ooh. You need some coins to... Alright, goodbye. And we're in the clouds now. That's a good place to end it. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you next time.